Knockouts are both beautiful and scary. They say that the desire to see how one boxer turns off the light of another is a manifestation of the dark sides of our soul. But to be honest, the author of these lines, like most ordinary fans, loves to watch spectacular knockouts. And today's video is for lovers of spectacular knockouts. Cuban prospect of the royal weight category Frank Sanchez rarely pleases fans with bright performances. But on December 19, 2020, he got one of the most impressive knockouts. Sanchez dominated his fight against Mexican journeyman Julian Fernandez from the start, peppering his opponent with all kinds of punches and winning round after round. It seemed to the Mexican that it was not enough, and he began to show off, in the spirit of Rocky Balboa from the movie Rocky III, calling on his opponent to take tougher actions.
Missed by Sanchez, stalking mode, missed with the hook, body shot that led hard rights to the revive. There it is. We're one shot away, grazing right hand over the top. In survival mode is Fernandez. Hook is Fernandez on wobbly legs. Missed with the right, mauls him back into the corner.
Early stages of that fight. Then the second half came, he ran out of ideas, he ran out of gas, and he got knocked out. Fernandez has shown the power.
Oleg, who's the number 10, there's a hard right hand by Sanchez. I think Sanchez would do very well in that fight. Hunter is a very good boxer. Fernandez says, bring it on.
Sanchez, who did not want to refuse his opponent's calls, turned out to be more successful than the movie character Clubber Lang. A spectacular series of punches and the bloody Mexican went heavily over the ropes. The referee began the countdown, but quickly realized the error of his actions and stopped the fight.
This fight is now over. John Shorley jumps in, and we don't need Steve Smoker. This fight's done, Steve.
Yes, sir, but John did an excellent job.
No, Sanchez set him up for this punch. And the more tired that Fernandez got, the less legs that he had to defend against that. And you could tell by the way that his body reacted. He just, going out.
But in the fight of Englishman Lee Wood, who on March 12, 2022 defended the WBA featherweight title against the claims of the undefeated Irishman Michael Conlan, there was more than enough intrigue. Moreover, not cinematic, but truly real. The start of the fight was better for the challenger, who knocked down his opponent in the first round. Having survived the start of the fight with great difficulty, Wood tried to turn the tide of the fight, but it turned out to be very hard. The much faster opponent took round after round, and several times the champion was seriously stunned, but Lee didn't give up.
Again, same left hand. As the blood reappears around that left eye of Conlan.
Good response though from Lee.
This round behind him because he's badly hurt.
He cannot miss with that left hand, Michael Conlan.
Work. It can breathe.
This is better from Lee Wood. Just targeting the body of Michael Conlan, trying to slow the man down. It was a good left to the body. Good exchanges here from both men.
Yeah, some good success here from Lee Wood, but Conlan.
Having failed the first half of the fight, he imposed his game plan on his opponent in the later rounds, dragging him into the fight, and it gave results. In the 11th round, Michael was on the floor of the ring.
You find this level of courage, this level of resistance as Lee Wood follows him up and scores the knockdown at the end.
Oh, left uppercut followed by right to the body from Conlan. This is good work.
Oh, this is brilliant from Conan, and I thought I saw the leg shake of Lee Wood. How is he taking these shots? Half a minute.
He knows he needs a big round. Here it comes, Lee Wood. picking shots nicely. Conan on his back foot, doing a good job defensively, but Wood getting through. And believe me, these shots are hurting. They're having an effect. This is good work from Wood.
And in the 12th, the champion put an end to the fight, sending Conan unconscious over the ropes with a brutal series of blows. This is a knockout. At the time the fight was stopped, Conan confidently was winning on points.
Going for broke, and he's having success. It's over. It's all over. After a minute and 20 seconds of the final round.
On October 26, 1951, one of the most high-profile events in the history of world boxing took place. The greatest, but hopelessly aged, Joe Louis entered the ring against the rising star Rocky Marciano. The veteran's skills and experience were enough for several competitive rounds, after which the Italian-American's vibrant youth and relentless pressure made the difference. The great Louis was not going to surrender, but was unable to withstand Marciano's pressure.
Way free, but at the end of round one, it's a good Marciano round. Emilio Agramonte and Jimmy Bivens. Louis twice outpointed Breon and expected Marciano to be no tougher. Louis moving a little better in this round, but again...
Gradually increasing his advantage, the legendary Rocky finished the fight in the 8th round.
He tries another before Louis ties him up. Sticks out his jab. You see him catch a right, then a left, driving him to the rope. Here comes another right. Louis fighting back inside, but throwing fewer punches than Marciano. Here comes that big right we've seen Marciano using throughout the fight.
At first, the veteran was knocked down.
Watch this. Marciano's hard left hook sends Louis sprawling to the canvas.
And soon after the fight resumed, the signature blow of the Italian-American sent Joe through the ropes, putting an end not only to the fight, but also to the career of the Brown Bomber.
Louis sails through the ropes. The working press try to help Joe back off the ring apron.
Having visited his defeated idol in the locker room after the fight, Rocky could not hold back the tears. On December 17, 2016, the final chapter in the remarkable career of the great Bernard Hopkins was written. Not wanting to accept the inevitable, the 51-year-old veteran, who returned to the ring after a 2-year break, decided to have a farewell fight. As his opponent, the legendary Executioner chose the strong, but not stellar 27-year-old puncher Joe Smith Jr. But from the very beginning of the fight, it became clear that the legend was in for a difficult evening. Not caring about the veteran's counterblows, the young boxer tirelessly rushed forward, like a boar through an autumn thicket, raining down his heavy blows on his opponent. Being in incredible shape, Hopkins looked impressive for his age, but was unable to effectively stop the pressure of the aggressor. And after 7 rounds, the prospect was comfortably in the lead on the cards. But Smith did not want to leave the fate of the fight in the hands of the judges.
Jab! Jab! Right here! Look your head!
It's an experience thing because now he knows this probably is the first time Joe Smith ever dealt with better rounds than Joe Smith is for sure. That's what we're seeing the effects of right now.
Yeah, Bring him up! Don't get relaxed! Stay focused, Joey! You're on, there you go.
Oh, that might have hurt Hopkins.
Yeah, that right hand up on the temple. having his best offensive round so far this
Yes, he is.
Too good a referee to just miss the headbutts, as we've seen sometimes in Bernard's career.
Now Bernard feeling real comfortable because he knows he has him following him.
Success early in the fight at times with their jab, with some defense. World-class, aggressive fighters, and Hopkins just took those guys to school. You know, not that, but he's got to be careful because Smith wants those kind of exchanges. That's a big left hook to the body by Smith.
And it still doesn't matter.
Kid's doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, the way that Hopkins does it, you know, he makes these guys start to. The difference you see in a fight like this is you saw experience there.
Bernard started schooling him a little bit.
When Kovalev was decisioning Hopkins, and Joe Smith is loading up on every punch in this round.
A ferocious series of punches from Joe sent Bernard crashing through the ropes and onto the judges' table.
It's over, and it's going to be a knockout victory for Joe Smith.
At this point, the fight was over. And so, on such a minor note, the incredible career of one of the greatest fighters in boxing history ended. On October 7th, 2000, two top contenders in the heavyweight division met in the ring. Canadian Kirk Johnson and Russian Oleg Maskaev. And these two powerful guys with heavy fists did not disappoint the audience.
Just keep coming forward and get into range to throw your own. It's so important in the heavyweight division to be able
prepared to go for a decision bout. And in this particular case, Johnson knows he's not a great puncher anyway.
An interesting fight, with a slight advantage of the Canadian boxer, ended in the 4th round.
Johnson just can't keep Maskaev off of it. Now he bombs him again with an overhand right. David Dua, you've got a beard, and Maskaev did that.
And don't forget, Maskaev didn't have that much experience when he came here in those fights. He is really very close.
Trainer Bobby Jackson asks Maskaev.
Johnson's powerful left hook found his opponent's chin, knocking him down to the floor of the ring. Maskaev got up, but having smelled the scent of blood, Kirk could no longer be stopped. A furious series of blows hit the limp Russian and Maskaev falls heavily out of the ring. Spectacular ending. There's nothing else you can say.
And the referee stops the fight. And Kirk Johnson, who told us that he didn't think he could knock out Oleg Maskaev, does it with a huge left hand.
Well, we've talked about it, Emmanuel, endlessly about the left hook being the most devastating punch in boxing.